Hello YouTube, this is Toonski and I am playing Factorio today. Factorio is just an automated simulator game where you start off small, where you make iron, copper, and you do research and you upgrade until you eventually launch a rocket. This run I'm doing today is a modded run of the game. And the mod in question is the Angels mod. Right, so Angels mod. So I've called this mod run Angel of Death because I'm on the Angels mod, and each of these red squares on the outside are enemies, and there's a few of them. As you can see from the delightful amount of bases around there. This is a custom map I made. Well, I made the starting location of it, and decided not to give myself too much, which would force me to expand a little later on. Give myself sapphirite, which is what we're going to be using to make iron ore. And I gave myself ceratite, which is used to make copper ore, and some coal down there for fuel a bit later on. And as you can see on the map, there are 2 points of entry for the enemies to attack, and the enemies won't attack me until the pollution. These buildings here produce a slight bit of pollution, goes up, and when the pollution hits their base will absorb some pollution. They'll get pissed off and they'll run around and attack me. So I need to get my defenses up and running by the time that happens, or thereabouts. That's pretty much it for the starting location. It's gonna be quite slow because I have to keep an eye on the pollution. I think the pollution spill rate is 2%, so 2% of all pollution in here spills into neighbouring blocks. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to need to do is I want another one of them. I think I could probably get away with two drills, I reckon would be enough. And I need more stone. There we go. I need more wood, that's one thing I do need. Right. Actually, before I do this, I'll take you through the tech tree and show you how it works. So I need to make automated science packs. I need 10 of them, and they take 10 seconds to process inside of a lab. In return, I get assembly machines and longhand inserters, and each of these grants different things, takes different amounts, and takes different amount of time to produce. And there's a lot of research to be done, which improves quality of life and all that sort of stuff. But the first thing I want done is military. I want a submachine gun. It doesn't cost much to build, and it will be useful just as a starting weapon before I get the turrets, because turrets are very expensive. They take 40 iron, and from my calculations I need 16 of them because I'm not producing a lot to begin with. It's going to take a while before I hit those numbers. So, usually I would progress a lot quicker. I would just work on getting more miners, more furnaces, and then you quickly progress up. But because we have to worry about pollution rates, I'm going to keep this quite simple to begin with. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go until I hit 250 iron. I think that's going to be my first target. And in the meantime, I'm just going to chop some trees down. I'll see you when I got the iron. Alright guys, so I don't think I actually need 250 iron for what I want to do. Also, I forgot to mention how this works. You got the burner miner drills, which drill up sapphirite ore, mines up the underground, goes into a stone crusher to create. What do we need? We need 2 sapphirite ore, creates 2 crushed sapphirite and some crushed stone, which then we put the crushed sapphirite into a furnace, which creates iron plates, and the stones will with the stones I can get crushed stones and turn them into stone blocks, or into actual stones, which I will need for the walls later on. I think I got enough there. Should be enough for 200. Reason why I need 200 is I want to make 30 science packs actually. Before I explain this, I'll just get this up and running with ceratite, which will produce me copper. Right, so what am I doing? Right, so I want to make 30 science packs because I want these 3, which are defensive. Got the military for the machine gun, and the shotgun. Don't need the shotgun yet. It's good for taking down bases, but it's going to be a while before I do that. So just a submachine gun, which takes 10 iron gears wheels, 5 copper plates, and 10 iron plates. An iron gear wheel takes 2 iron plates each, so that's 30 iron I need for that. And I need 30 science packs because we need 10, 10, and 10 for the walls, turrets, and machine gun. The science packs themselves need 1 copper plate, 1 iron gear wheel, which again takes 2 iron plates, so I need 60 iron for that. I need this slab, which requires 10 iron gear wheels, 10 electric circuits, and 4 transport belts. And you can see the raw materials at the bottom. It's 15 copper, 36 iron. If you're interested, transport belts require 1 iron gear wheel and 1 iron plate. And what was the other thing it needed? Was the electronic circuits, which require 1 iron plate and 3 copper cable. And copper cable, if I can find him. Gold, where are copper cables? I actually don't know where they are. Huh, where are the copper cables? Oh, there they are. Copper cables. 1 copper cable creates 2. 1 iron plate creates 2 copper cables. So, about 225, that's not bad. 225 would be more than enough to do that. And I need about 60 60 copper plates will be enough. I actually need 50, but I want to create some power poles, which require a copper cable and some wood. So I'm going to have some electric poles going from the power plant to there, so I can have some electric inserters and probably an electric drill if I can afford it. I can afford 2. But first I want to see if I've got enough power poles to do this. Or if I need a bit more copper or whatever. How else is pollution doing? Pollution is staying on our island. That's good. You see that the red came up there, got absorbed by the trees and went out. We don't want the pollution to hit the enemies, because then the base absorbs the pollution and then they attack the source of the pollution. So if you play this game, you'll notice the enemies generally go for the power plant first. That's generally why, because they're the biggest source of pollution. Yeah, just a little bit of trivia. Next we're going to have turrets, which are quite expensive. We need more iron, definitely. Need a lot more iron. Alright, let's put you guys to work. Alright, so I want to get some power going from over here. One little trick is if you click and hold the power poles, if it's in range, click and hold. Actually, before I do this, stupid reach. If you click and hold the power pole, it will lay it at the maximum distance. So you don't have to run along, click, and then hope they're all in line. This is the most efficient way of doing power poles. And I want one of you, because it doesn't produce any electricity in time. We shall have you guys going in there. Because this is requesting crushed sapphire, it will only take the crushed sapphire. But if you lay these onto a belt, it will take the inventory. But because furnaces can't take crushed stone, it will never touch the crushed stone. So, get rid of them. Because the crafting speed on this, mining speed is 0.5 seconds. And that is 0.25, so one of these equals 2 of these. So, it's the same ratio as before, but it does. This doesn't does pollute. Yeah. What if it was electricity? I thought it didn't pollute. It's actually quite a significant polluter. Leave right, turrets are done. We shall get onto the walls. Turrets are expensive. That's what they are. Right. I want 1 copper plate. Obviously, the ratio is 3 ore to 2 plates. That's the current ratio. It'll change a bit later on, but that is the current ratio. And I have 4 burning drills because I don't need that more. How many walls can I make? I need stone brick. I shall do that shortly. But one little trick you can do for coal is just have 4 burning drills all feeding into each other. And you put 1 in because they produce more than they use up. You get a positive loop between them, and you get access to free coal essentially. What do I want to do now? I want to build one of you. Suppose only one of you for now, and 2 of you. So do the same as we got over there, just for copper. So we've got a bit of automated copper on the go. And the pollution levels are starting to feed out. I'm not liking that. But I only need... So I should be able to build my... What did I spend? Oh, I spent it on the inserter. That's whatever. Right, so we go you there. For now, we shall just have Uno amounts. And we shall put you 2 in there. I don't want to jump the gun. They're starting to build up around there, but that shouldn't be an issue just yet. I'm quite worried about expanding my base just yet because the pollution levels, yeah, they are starting to hit the base. So I think the bottom bit is where I need to focus. Right, that's where I need to focus my turrets for the time being. Bit of copper. 2 of these. And we shall... Oh. Okay. So, steam engines run out of fuel. Obviously, you need something to burn the water with. And we got some nice charcoal, which should last a bit longer. So, got a machine gun. We need... I want walls up first. So, for walls require 5 stone brick per 1 wall. Need some more copper. A stone brick requires... a stone brick, there it is. Requires 2 stone per stone brick, and stone requires 2 crushed stone. So I think you need 40 crushed stone per brick. I believe that's the ratio, or per iron wall. But either way, we have 7. Don't think that's enough just yet. As soon as I get the wall up, I'll put some turrets down. I want 4 turrets to begin with. And I want ammo for them as well. 2 turrets. Got enough for 1 more. 65 and 23. So get some more crushed stone on the go. Alright, so we nearly have enough for our turrets. Right, in the meantime, I'm going to put some... Actually, I don't think there's any point just yet. How are we doing on pollution? Pollution is very close to their base. Yeah, it's starting to get absorbed by their base, so an attack is inbound. So we need to hurry up with this. 2 turrets. I've also set the enemies to maximum attack, so they only attack when there's a minimum of 20 and a maximum of 50, just to make it a bit more interesting. Alright, 3 turrets that'll do for now, and just get some bullets on the go. 2 more. How much do we think it's going to take? I'll say about 15, maybe. Alright, so we're almost ready to start placing some defences. Once the defences are up, as soon as the defences are up, I'm going to do some real expanding, get some automation on the go, get some automated science. Just in the meantime, I don't really want to take the risk. Right, let's see if 15 was enough. Oop, let's have a look. Yeah, the bottom is definitely below the ground. I hang around the top bit. I think the bottom is the best place to put it because it's starting to hit over there, the pollution. So I'm not sure how much time I've actually got to. I'm like 1 or 2 short. That is not a thing. Well, we got some form of defense there, but it's not enough just yet. It should be enough to at least have some form of defense on the bottom. And then, yeah, that's literally it, because you can't build in water. So, 4 bullets is nowhere near enough. Oh, they're starting to get up the top. I really want to start expanding because I'm not producing enough. But at the same time, I don't want to start a fight when I can't defend myself. Tell you what I might do. I start it with the iron. Start producing. So the ratios for these is 6:1. So I think what I might do next is build 6 of these into one of these, so I can have 4 furnaces fully going all the time, and I'll have a lot more crushed stone for the wall. Hopefully this doesn't come to bite us, but either way, let's get some crushed stone on the go anyway. These are transport boats. Let's see how I'm going to lay this out actually. So, I 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to divide there. So, actually, I'll just come down like that, and just have it just like that for the time being. Charcoal involved. Okay. So what was the pollution doing? Yeah, the trees are hanging on to the top. Bottom bit sort of got defended. Got something there at least. Might be worth bringing this across the other side soon. In the meantime, that would do. We're going to research automation for the assembly machine, and the assembly machine is going to make stone, which is going to go directly into one of these, or into 2 of these, just into these 2. There we go, and we need a bit more iron before we can build one of these. If we have this set to crushed stone, and I have an inserter put in there, this is the inserter is going to look for the ingredient it needs to put in, which will take the crushed stone out, which will have it fully automatic. And from here, I am going to put another inserter just there, and then that will burn off all the crushed stone I could need, all the crushed stone I want. It's a bit more effective and a bit more streamlined. Cross stone a bit more. Right, so pop you there for now. Give you some. We are back, and I have set up, put some lights down as well, just so I could see a little bit better in the night. But I've set up same deal with what we got going on there. 4 miners into a sorting processor, and then got the crushed stone going into there to be stoned into stone bricks. We've got 4 furnaces to make iron plates, which will be going directly into here to produce bullets, and then the bullets will fly along here on both sides because of how it's laid out. This goes on here, and that automatically goes on the left side. This goes on here, it connects to the right side of the belt, so it's on the right side. So that bullet's going on both sides of the belt, flying all the way up here to our wall. When we turn it on, these turrets will be automatically getting some bullets. And we'll do the same again for the bottom. So if we turn these guys on, make sure we got enough power, which we do. I also added another power steam engine to our little power plant there, just to keep up with the demand. And as you can see, it's going in there producing iron. And then out pops out some bullets, which will go up and keep our turrets stocked up. So the next thing to do would be to replicate this at the bottom for the bomb turrets. And once that is done, I'll probably end the episode there. So I do need one of you guys off, so I can do that. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the power station over to this side, so then I can just keep fueling it up with coal and I have to keep coming back. Only got one steam engine. No, we got no one building. Alright, so just go just there. Power station. Just across there like so. Have an inserter. I need some more power poles. Ooh, I need more wood. Need more wood. Okay, plenty more power poles. So what we're going to do is have you feeding into there, have you going up there, water pipe, you in like so, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's have you kickstart off there. Okay, now let's join this power station up with the base. Ah, that's awkward. There we go. That's the base back up and running. I'm not producing any copper as of right now, but that's fine. And we go down. Go to the trees. Left. Don't think I've got enough. Just short. Ah, I am. We've had an attack apparently. Well, the turret's meant to take care of it. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need power poles for you guys. And we'll run you back up to the base. Come on, man. Always looks awkward. Right, we need more belts. Transport. That'll be more than enough belts. Also, how much? Ooh, we've got a lot of stone. Nice. What we got there? Alright. Don't think we actually need any more wolves for the time being, actually. But I'm going to fortify the walls. Got enough to do them up by 3 actually. And then we come across and they will pick up ammo going across. And just to fortify up a little bit, let's have a load more walls. There we go. Look at that, beautiful. How is the pollution actually doing? Like, we've only been attacked once apparently. But the defences are up. Actually I'm gonna double up the turrets. How much iron have we got? Not enough. That's what we got. enough for 2 more. And I want 2 more turrets. So I think we are about ready to end the episode. Yeah, I think we're good at this point. So we got the base started, and we got walls, we got turrets. Yeah, we got walls, we got turrets, and we are starting to do production. So yeah, I think that is going to be the end of episode 1. Episode 2, we shall work on production. Now that we've got some form of defense in line, we can actually properly start upgrading, do some research, get some automated research on the go, get some smelting on the go. That is going to be the aim of the next episode. If you enjoyed watching, leave a comment, like, hit the bell, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next episode.